Dig it? So this is, I don't know, this is kind of worked out a couple different ways. It's kind of good because like this is where I can keep up with all y'all. Yeah, what's up? But also, like, stuff, you got a lot of stuff on your brain sometimes and other places, so you got to get it out. And so, you basically though, everything that I'm gonna be saying, everything you're gonna hear me talk about, it's from a middle ground, which is between where how I came up and how I was raised. It's two different things: coming up and raised versus coming up. So I guess to explain it, it would be like, well, you're basically raised in the house. You come up outside the house, like out there in the world. That's how you come up. Raised in the house, come up outside the house. Well, you're raised by a parental structure, some type of family structure, like people who are related to you, pretty much, raise you. Church family, family, your cousins, your aunts, your mom, uncle, grandma, whoever raised you, they raised you from kid, snot nose, raised. You come up with your friends. You come up outside the house. You come up with all those vagrants and transits and all the people that you kicked it with on the corner, all the places you went to, the clubs and all that stuff. That's how you came up. Raised versus coming up. People raise you to build you up. Coming up, they try to break you down. You're raised lovingly, which is why some of the horrible things that you learn coming up, you have to learn coming up. Because parents love you, your grandma, whoever it was that raised you, they love you. They want to make sure that you survive. That you had the best foundation there for you. It might not seem like it at the time, but they love you. That's why they raised you how they raised you. They were just trying to look out. Just looking out for your best interests. Raised. Coming up is different. Coming up is about survival. Things are not trying to teach you. They're trying to kill you. Coming up, things are trying to test you to see if you're going to come up from these situations. There's no love in it. There's no respect in it. You have to earn respect coming up. When you're raised, people just give you respect because they love you. That's how that works. So when you're raised, people have spanking privileges. The most you can do is run. Try to make them earn the beating. That's when you're raised. People can beat you. They whoop you. Coming up, you better whoop their. When you're raised, you're taught things. Like your parents teach you, hey, you're not supposed to stick your hand on the stove because the stove is hot. So they're teaching you things. They're trying to instill things. But coming up, you learn things like on your own, like some stuff. You dog, I'm finna get this money. I'm talking about. Hey, what's up, girl? I know, I ain't talked to you in like a minute. What's good? You got hoopies? Triple stacks, sprinkles, hoopie? Some stuff. What you talking about? Where is my lighter? You just learn some stuff that even your parents won't teach you. You'll learn coming up. So there might be a little conflict in things of how you was raised versus how you came up. You're raised to think things like, well, this is right and this is wrong. There's good and bad. But coming up, this isn't so. See, coming up, you learn the real deal stuff that's out there. Raised, they teach you some real deal stuff, yes. But coming up, you learn a lot more real deal things that are out there. For instance, the right or wrong thing, nah, sorry, hate to break it to you, there's no such thing as right or wrong. Everything is situational, everything is circumstantial, everything is depending on what's going down for the individual. It's all about individuals. You may think things are right or wrong, but all you have to really look at is how it affects things long term. There's at the moment, and then there's down the line in the future. Right now, they're down into the future. So there's just a positive and a negative coming up. Typically, what do you get out of it? Is it a positive thing or is it a negative thing for you? Because there could be two things that are good, but one of them's positive, one of them's negative. The point is, you gotta see it long term, positive or negative effects. So that's what the main thing is there. You're raised so that you're above all of the but you come up through all of the officer whoa. So this is it. This is what you're getting. Alright, this is your boy Bird. I'm talking to you from the middle ground, from between how I was raised and how I came up. All I am is a positive, I'm trying to be a positive representation, the positive outcome of how I came up and how I was raised, and I'm presenting that to you from my humanity, my human being standpoint, because we're all human beings. Everybody, nobody's really a role model. There are no real heroes. We're all human beings. Everybody can do nothing more or less than what's human, based on if they're a positive or negative reflection on all the circumstances and situations and everything that contributed to them becoming who they are, which is that being between how they was raised and how they came up. That's all of us. That's what we are. That's who's talking to you. Don't be like, oh, he's this great thing or he's this horrible thing or whatever. Look, I'm just like you. I just happen to be in front of a camera shaking my finger. Coming up versus raised. Two different things. Coming up versus raised. I think that's it.
I'm so stoned that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so stoned that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so stoned that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so stoned that I don't know what I'm doing. Got a little baggie and I keep it on my shelf. It's sensational. I'm so scared that I don't know where I'm going. I'm so scared that I don't know where I'm going. I'm so scared.